Hi, this is Dr. Karen, and we are talking about the paid at closing today. The paid at closing can also be called a disbursement order. It can also be called a disbursement. So it's either or, paid at closing or disbursement. And this is when you want to get your money at closing. You work so hard and you want to get paid at closing as opposed to your money coming into a line right bank account. We're going to put our information here, put our name here. We're going to put our license number here. The settlement agent is the title company or the attorney's office that's closing the transaction. Assure America Title is our preferred title company. The date that you're closing it. The date that you're closing, the actual date where the buyer and sellers are signing the documents. Sometimes they sign different days, but the day that they're going to fund it or do a cash deal. But that's the day of your closing date. Full property address, you're going to make sure you put the entire property address. Yes, the entire property address. And the reason I say that is because you're a professional. You always, as I'll call it, you want to bring your A game. This is the monies that's being paid to the brokerage. This is what we have to give an account for. Okay, so if your purchase price is $600,000 times 3%, that is $18,000. We charge our buyer and or our seller a transaction fee, which is $12.95. So the total is $19,000. And I'll say that again. It gets it from your compensation and whatever the buyer or the seller. If you have both sides, then both sides have to pay. If you have the seller and the buyer, both sides have to pay the $12.95, and you'll also charge your errors and omission. So that is the total. Now the amount that goes to you as the agent, if you're 70-30, I'll do the math, but if you're 100%, $18,000 goes to you minus your $85, your errors and omission. Okay, so if you're 70-30, we take 18,000 times 70. That is $12,600 minus your $85 also. So 12,600 minus 85, you will walk out the door with 12,515. If there's a co-agent, then you all will split the difference, whatever is negotiated between you and the other agent. And this is the part that goes to align right. So everything, the difference is from the $19,295 minus the $12,515 is $607,000, $6,780. So how you know you have the right amount? You would go 6,780, 12,515. It has to calculate out to the $19,295. Again, if you're 100%, you get the entire $18,000 minus your errors and omission on every transaction. If you're 70-30, you get 600 times 3%, and then you times the 70%, and that's what you get minus the $85. So you know the numbers are right because it balances out to $19,295. And right here, this is where you get Dr. Karen to sign it and make sure that you send it to her electronically so she can sign it. I won't sign it unless the file is complete. Okay, if your file is not closing within 7 days, then make sure that you get an updated paid at closing. We send your paid at closing to the title company. We send it to the title company. And if you want them to wire your money, you will be in charge of sending your banking information. And so Dr. Karen signs here, and that is your paid at closing. Okay, that is your paid at closing. Hope this helps you.